Hello from the future, y'all. We've kind of caught up real time on our videos, and the next video that's coming out,
posting tomorrow,
is kind of explains what's been going on pretty much real time, because I've gotten through my backlog of videos, and you've probably noticed we started releasing them every 2 weeks instead of every week. It's because we've pretty much up to real time. The video next is about 5 or 6 weeks ago, so that's really is pretty close. It's way closer to real time than we've ever been. So,
yeah. And it's not the best video, guys. Sorry. The lighting's bad. Everything's pretty bad in it.
It's all of it was on
the fly.
iPhone, so.
And on the fly.
And on the fly. So, not that our videos are ever that great, but this one, you know, there's some dark video. I did the best I could on making it so you could hear everything.
But this is the reason that, besides being caught up on videos, this is also the reason that we're posting several, or at least 2 weeks out. Back to every other week now for a while. Because we've got to get caught up again. And you'll understand why in just a second.
Hang on, it's a wild ride. It's always an adventure.
This week on Sailing Wind Dragon. Jody's in the hospital.
Another adventure, yay!
Another adventure. No.
At least she doesn't get to go on a helicopter ride, I guess.
Thank God. Ambulance. My first legitimate ambulance ride. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never done that.
You've never done an ambulance ride? I did one when I was a kid. I did one, it was like St. Joe, the hospital that I was born in. They had this thing where, you know, everybody, a bunch of kids and everybody did this. It was a drill. And so they did this drill, and it was supposed to be like a school picnic or something. Had an accident. School bus had an accident or something. I don't remember what it was, but anyway. So yeah, they literally took all of us kids. They put all this fake stuff all over us and everything, and put us on gurneys, and we all had to act like, you know, we're in so much pain and all this stuff. And they put us in ambulances and rode us around the block and took us in to St. Joe's Hospital. It took us in through the ER, and all these people were, I remember all these people in the ER were like, oh my God, all these kids, you know, all these poor little kids. And I was laughing my head off coming in on the stretcher. You know, I'm such a terrible actor.
She broke her funny bone. No, she didn't.
I broke my funny bone. I was terrible at it. I was just screaming my head off. I was laughing so hard.
What a very Gen X thing to have gone through.
A very Gen X thing to have gone through, yes.
Imagine trying to do that kind of thing these days.
Oh my God. They don't do that. No, they don't do that. Hell, I worked in hospitals for years. I've never known them to do a drill like that. But I mean, it was interesting when I did it. I was just a kid, but I'll never forget it. But that was my one and only ambulance ride until this one. And they have told me they are transferring me to a hospital in Miami. And William was hoping that they were going to do it by helicopter, because the word on the street is they got some new life flights and
trauma
stars.
Yeah.
And if you're locals here, which we are, we live here.
Supposedly.
And supposedly, if you're locals here, then you don't have to pay if they
Have to fly you out.
if they fly you on those. But so we asked, I didn't want to go in a helicopter, and they said no, they're gonna transfer me by ambulance, and I'm like, oh, thank God. Which, considering it's like a 2-hour drive overseas, and it's a
Down I-95.
yeah, very busy highway and everything, and through Miami. Oh my God, it might have been better to do the helicopter, but we'll see. Okay, we'll see you in the ambulance. Peace out.
I am Sam with Marathon Fire Rescue. This is our ambulance.
Made it to West Kendall. Yeah.
Well, now I'm in the hospital in Miami. And there's William over there. And I look a lot different now because it's been a few days, like 2 or 3 days. And I've had a shower, thank God. And I'm gonna actually give this to William and let him do more of the video because I'm extremely tired.
I'm being put to work.
Yeah, you're being put to work. You could show people around.
Show them around.
My huge, big room. I do have a big room. Very big room. It's crazy big.
Yeah. We never watch TV, and I think we've learned that the only thing on TV anymore is Friends and Big Bang Theory and sports. So we don't feel like we miss TV at all. And news, of course, but news is crap. But
Oh, I guess we can actually say that I almost died. You can explain that I was in kidney failure.
Yeah, over the past month, close to 2, Jody's been having a lot of issues with being tired, a lot of pain. She was having trouble keeping food down, water down. So then she ended up being very dehydrated. It happens pretty quickly, so you really got to pay attention to that crap. It's easy to just go through the day and not pay attention. And a lot of times, when you're dehydrated, you get signs like headaches and stuff, but she never got a headache out of this. We ended up basically dragging her off the boat, took her to the hospital, and it ended up being something that we didn't even have on the radar. We thought it was one thing, and it ended up being a kidney thing. and to our surprise. It's been an experience. We're not ones that have ever really been in hospitals or had to deal with health system very often, but it's been a bit of an eye-opener. Unfortunately, I don't know, life throws curveballs at you. You gotta figure out how you're gonna handle them and try to move on. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we'll be out of here Tuesday or Wednesday, which is another 3 or 4 days. They're just keeping an eye on her. They do test her blood pressure and test her blood and all that stuff every hour, seems like. That's pretty much the situation right now. Poor Harley's in the veterinary kennel. It's hard leaving him there for this long, but they don't let dogs in hospitals unless you have proper paperwork. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll give you an update a little bit later. Y'all be safe out there and drink lots of water.
Lots of water.
Lots
of water. Always drink water. The view from my window. At least I had a decent view out my window. And you can see Miami in the distance. All those buildings. So, William's in the bed. But look at this room. This room is like huge. It is huge. That's the bathroom. The bathroom's huge. This huge bathroom. It's like, man, come on. Look how big this hospital room is. It's humongous. Gotta love it.
That's because they knew you was a YouTuber.
No, they knew you were the YouTuber, not me.
You.
This is William's in the hospital now because I got sick of his mouth and yeah.
I was trying to hydrate her and she gave me some trouble.
Yeah. There's my favorite food. My grapes. Yeah. My grapes.
It's not a potato.
Hush. Hush. There's my favorite food. That's what I ate the whole time I've been here. IVs. Nothing but IVs. Yummy, yummy. All right. Well, they say William's gonna get to go home. Hopefully he can take me with him. I want to pick up my puppy.
We send out a big thank you to the Marathon Fire and Rescue and the nurses and doctors at the West Kendall Hospital. So good to be back home. Thanks for watching.